Hello everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A very good evening to all. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, then let's give a start to the session. Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm Masira Taskeen, an IT graduate working as SAP PMO, Associate Project Manager in an organization. And as my organization is Saudi Arabia based, I have experienced working with industries like petrochemical and food corporation in different regions of Saudi Arabia. The subject of my presentation today is SAP Activate methodology. I hope my screen is visible to everyone here.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. So before proceeding to this, I would like to share a great example that I have learned from one of the famous business coach. Okay, yeah. As you know, the world of business has seen three generations: the industrial revolution, the informational revolution, and the social revolution. Now we are in this revolution, FYI. So in industrial revolution, people took a job for the survival. They wanted basic needs, necessities to live, like clothes, food, and house or shelter. So people of this time worked in a workplace and didn't leave the workplace for years and years, even if the boss was not cooperative or understanding. You know, an era of boss is always right. So because of this, the opportunities were less. For example, pretty much our grandparents of today's workforce. And then came the informational revolution, where all these IT companies and brands started building, and the workforce then came to work, not for survival, because their parents took care of that. This workforce went to work for standard of living, basically to get a good enough salary, you know, to pay the EMIs of houses, cars, or children's loans or for education. So we can say, for instance, pretty much our parents' generation, they took care for standard of living. In this informational revolution, they got a better workplace, better pay, that they even jump a job for better standard of living. Then came the third revolution when this came into the picture. The informational revolution died. Now people can get information for free. We can learn anything from social websites, for instance, YouTube or Google. Now we don't need to pay for or to get enrolled for coding classes anymore. We can find it on YouTube as well to learn it, right? Now we live in a digital revolution or social revolution where everything is social, which means today's workforce, they don't care about the survival. Their grandparents took care of that. And they don't care about the standard of living because their parents took care of that. Today's workforce needs something else. They want quality of life, which means quality of workplace and quality of work. So why do you think that I've shared this with you all? Any guesses or suggestions?
Just get to know the mindset, how human is changing, evolving.
Yes, partly right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay, so I have shared this because to get to know the quality of workplace and the quality of work that our generation is focused on now. So at this point, where we come across with SAP Activate methodology. So My talk is particularly relevant to those of us who are interested in project management. And by the end of this session, inshallah, we will all be familiar with the roadmap of projects in SAP. I have divided my presentation into three main parts. Firstly, we'll be looking at its introduction. And secondly, we'll be acknowledging its base and foundation, which is basically the pillars of Activate framework. And thirdly, we'll go through its phases in brief. So have you all ever heard about this term Activate?
Yeah.
Please be audible.
Yeah, we have heard about Activate, something to start or initiate.
Okay. So about this Activate methodology?
No, I haven't heard about this, no.
Or have you heard that this is also related with the project management?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Okay. For those who don't know what SAP is, let me give a quick description on that. SAP is a German multinational software company which develops enterprise software to manage business operations and customer relations. So far, we have all learned that the basics of project management is, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, now may I know what does a project means? What is a project?
Project is something which you start with well-defined or well-planned, just like a run book, which has all the things in it.
Okay, so simply you mean a project is a series of tasks that need to be completed to reach a specific outcome?
Yeah, the start the date and the end date, and what all the things involved in between.
Okay, so in that case, in my way of thinking, I believe project management is something every one of us has done in our lives, be it researching and completing your school and university assignments by the given deadline, to organize your day, to meet with friends and family. We always make a mental plan before we act on it, right?
Yeah.
I believe in a way each and every one of us are project managers here then.
Yes, it sounds true. Yeah.
You mean
Everyone
planned
agrees?
planned tasks?
Everything
Yes.
that I have said about.
Yeah.
The start
Yes.
and the end date.
We not only come across this project management in professional life, but we also come across in our personal life as well.
Yes.
Everyone agrees on this?
Yes.
Yes, right.
Perfect. So, okay, then we need to plan and schedule our daily tasks and meetings. Sometimes it is difficult to manage our own day, right? And we feel out of control, exhausted, frustrated if we can't do a better planning for our whole day, right?
Yeah.
So can you imagine the difficulties faced by the project managers who are leading projects internally and for customers? Now imagine the difficulties a $1 million SAP project holds in terms of planning your resources, deliverables, and the deadlines. Okay. So in this, we will discuss the origin of SAP Activate and change it has brought about, changes in a manner in which the projects are delivered. The pace of change is increasing. Customers are looking to implement them, and there is more pressure to deliver the project faster. Moreover, for projects, as far as till now, we know two methodologies as waterfall and agile, right?
Yes.
Okay, the waterfall also is popularly known for a traditional approach, whereas agile is known to be a rapid application development. So SAP Activate follows an agile approach for the development. SAP has come up with SAP Activate, a framework to enable SAP project managers across the globe to deliver projects with ease and clarity while moving forward, reducing the risks, and making an incremental approach with the projects in the market. In this environment, customers are also looking to implement projects in shorter timeline and with jumpstart content that they can start with. They are also looking for a higher flexibility in choices for solution deployment, ranging from deployment in cloud, on-premise, or hybrid. And yes, for sure, access to information on mobile devices, wherever they are and whenever they want. I hope I'm clear on this.
Yes, it's clear. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it's good to proceed then. Okay, then we come across this. SAP Activate has been designed to improve the project management quality of any SAP project. By following the methodologies roadmap, project managers can implement SAP solutions with much more ease, resulting it in a smoother process and more successful outcome. So this framework consists of 3 important pillars of SAP. And this framework provides project managers and consultants with tools and processes to implement the SAP solution within any organization. It can be also used with all transition scenarios, which covers new implementations, system conversions, and landscape transformations. It helps customers to reduce project costs and time in short duration as well. Any questions?
No.
Okay, then let's proceed to see the 3 pillars of SAP Activate framework with some more brief. Okay, the first pillar is SAP best practices. SAP best practice knowledge and experience has delivered ready-to-run business processes. This speeds up the implementation process, reduces the risk, and is cost-effective. Faster time to value, predictable results, and simple onboarding to the cloud. The second pillar is guided configuration. The second pillar of SAP Activate methodology is the framework that comes in the form of guided configurations to make it an easier experience for consultants and customers to configure their system, to provide users with standard configurations that can be used to run a business process. It also ensures configurations of old solutions are not impacted by a newer version of processes. This will help right from initial setup all through after go live support.
One
Yes.
second.
Yes.
One second. I asked Brother Mansoor to mute his mic. It's really disturbing. Can you mute everyone, please, sister?
Sure.
There is a person called admin. Please mute him. Can you just mute him, please?
I'm trying to.
Okay. Yeah, we're good to go. Please continue.
Okay. Please, everyone, mute yourself as disturbance can create. Okay, so we were at the second pillar of SAP Activate methodology, which is guided configuration. Okay, which provides users with standard configurations that can be used to run a business process. And it also ensures configurations of old solutions are not impacted by newer version of processes. This guided approach helps to bridge the gap between the business and the IT groups to have a successful implementation of the projects. And the third pillar is SAP Activate methodology itself. This is the next generation project implementation methodology used to implement and deliver SAP innovations and solutions. It is used with the agile project delivery principles, and it provides the project teams not only with a structured approach to implementing the solution, but also with the solution and the product specific content. Built on the agile methodology, SAP Activate takes an iterative approach to continuously improve and deliver to increase the project quality and success. I hope everyone is clear on this. The pillars of Activate framework.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And the next, the phases of SAP Activate methodology. SAP has beautifully mapped these touch points into 6 different phases during a customer and a partner's journey to make the best out of SAP product. These methodologies are applicable for all phases, starting from a new SAP project implementation till continue innovation after even it goes live. Once the appropriate implementation roadmap has been established, the methodology is then broken down into 6 distinct phases, as we can see here: discover, prepare, explore, realize, deploy, and run. Each phase guides user through the SAP implementation and helps to identify the right solution for specific business needs. Each phase consists of a work stream, key deliverables, and tasks. Is everyone clear on this?
Yes, it's clear, yeah.
Okay. Let us see the 6 phases in brief. The first phase is discover phase. Okay, what did you understand by the term discover?
Requirements?
Not exactly.
Needs, you can
identify the requirement.
Scope.
Yeah, right. Defining or discovering goals based on where the company is within its SAP journey. It is a point where SAP customers realizes that there is a need for solution, discovering the problem and its solution. It allows us to experience the best SAP practices, content, and processes. The purpose of this phase is to discover the solution capabilities, understanding business values and benefits of the solution to customers' business, and determining the strategy and product roadmap. And moving to the next phase is the prepare phase. In this phase, the project commences within the plans and reduces the resources in place for delivery of the project. The project is initiated here and plans are finalized. It is a key that teams are on board and are able to validate the core set of activities as well as finalizing the roles and responsibilities of the team members of the project. Following are the tasks that can be conducted here, you can see on the screen. Okay, before moving to the next phase, project stakeholders must agree that all the required resources have been assigned, that the project schedule is complete, and the project is ready to kick off. I hope everyone is clear.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Moving to the next phase, this phase lays the foundation for the success of the entire project. You know why? Because during this phase, the explore phase, customers will finalize the business process to be followed in the new SAP system through a series of SAP fit to standard analysis sessions. And this outcome of explore phase is to enable a smooth transition to the new system. Once the project moves out of the preparation phase, the next phase is to review the solution in more detail and confirm that business requirements can be achieved within the project scope. Then after this, project is ready to move on to the next phase, that is the realize phase. Once the stakeholders agrees to the business scenarios included in scope and that the solution meet your business requirements, we move to the next phase, that is the realize phase. Okay. I hope everyone is clear till now.
I have one doubt.
Yes, please.
This SAP Activate is used for only software in SAP in implementation, or we can use in another products also?
It is basically a roadmap which shows you how to deal with the project from a baby project, when the project is initiated until go live and even after go live. So it is showing us a clear cut roadmap how to deal with the project and how to deal with its phases.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. So the next phase is the realize phase. After the solution design has been confirmed in the previous phase, the realize phase goal is to build and test the configuration. The purpose of this phase of the methodology is to start configuring the SAP systems according to the backlog document, which should have been signed off during the explore phase. These deliverables will be showcased to the business processes owners and signed off once they match the agreed upon the completion criteria. The project is ready to move to the deploy phase, which is the next phase, when the stakeholders have signed off on the solution and agreed that the production cutover can proceed. To sum up, we can quickly have few summary points with the 4 phases that we have learned till now. So anyone can say what was the first phase that we have gone through?
Discover.
Yes, and what we did in that?
In that,
try to set the goals.
Yeah.
Yes, right. We have discovered the solution for the business problem, came up with a solution, and the next phase?
Explore, I think.
Prepare.
Yes, prepare, right.
Prepare, then explore.
Yes, prepare is something that we all, it's the basic part of the project. We initiate the plan and discuss with the project teams and hand over and assign the roles and responsibilities among the project team members, right?
Right.
Yeah. And the next phase was?
Explore phase.
Explore.
Right. The explore phase. The explore phase, which lays the foundation for the success of this entire project. Do you know why? Anyone, please?
The solution, what we discovered in discover phase, will be elaborated and identify the detailed solution in explore phase. So that is the key of the project.
Absolutely right. Here we review the solution in more detail and confirm that business requirements can be achieved within the project scope. That's why it is known as the foundation for the success of the entire project. Okay, then we come to the realize phase, where the project is ready to move with the stakeholders getting the signed off with the project agreements and the requirements that is discussed among the project team members and the stakeholders. Yeah, are we clear till here?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, the next phase is deploy phase. Once the integration systems have been built and tested, the deploy phase is where the configuration is moved to the production environment and where the initial setup activities occur. And at the end of this phase, the integration production system is fully operational. So basically, this is the phase where we have done with the discovering of the solution, prepared the plan, and handed over the roles and responsibilities with the project team and the stakeholders. And then we have discussed its solution with the stakeholders as well. And then we have realized that it has to be signed off till now. And after the sign off of the project, in this phase, the production is going to be live as a demo among the project holders and the stakeholders. I hope I'm clear till here.
Yes, ma'am.
The objective of this phase is to meet when all the stakeholders agree that the cutover is complete and the organization is ready to use and support the integration solution. As I said, moving into the production and going live as a demo.
Yeah, live deployment, live as a demo only, not final deployment.
No, not final. Going live, discussing it with among the project team members and among the stakeholders.
Stakeholders. Okay. Only for demo purpose. If any changes, we can
Yes, then it again go from the start. It will again go with its scope. It will again go through the discover phase again with if whatever the solution is required, which was required during the demo. It will again go with its scope and prepare phase, and then with all those other phase that will proceed with that. And then the final phase, and then the final phase is the run phase. In this phase, the SAP Activate methodology signifies the end of the customer's life cycle, from identifying the right solution to their business needs to finally implementing the solution and running business processes as needed. Are you clear on this?
Yes, it's clear. Yeah.
Okay, so can you just do a quick summary with the phases again? Yeah. Anyone, please proceed. The 6 phases that we have just learned about it.
To start with, discover phase, where we identify the issue or requirement first and identify the high-level solution. And then we plan to initiate the project as part of the preparation phase, where we accumulate the resources, tools, licenses, whatever required. And then we explore the phase where we further sit and where we further sit and elaborate the discover part in detailed solution and prepare for the actual implementation of the system, and realization is what we actually do. The configuration or development, whatever required, we do.
Yes.
And also, I believe in realization phase itself, we perform our unit testing, the basic testing. And I believe we complete the user acceptance testing as well. And next part is the deployment of change. As you have the landscape system with SAP, we go for the deployment into the production system. And once it is deployed, it's ready to process by the business user. And I believe the support phase will initiate.
Yeah, ready to run the project with the stakeholders.
Right.
Absolutely right. Yeah. Okay. I hope everyone is clear till here. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Okay, that's all. It's just an overview of SAP Activate methodology, how it's linked with the project management as well. It's nothing but the roadmap of project management here. It's just named as SAP Activate methodology because here we are dealing with the products and domains of SAP rather than dealing with the simple or a general project management projects. So here we deal with the projects which utilizes the SAP products and its domains. We run here the projects with its automations, with the SAP or S/4HANA product, and there are many products in SAP. There are various fields to explore in SAP. As I'm also new to this SAP field, I'm yet exploring, and what I find this was very relatable and relevant to the project management. So I just thought to give an overview and thought to share the KT with everyone, that everyone should know about it, what SAP Activate methodology is and how relatable and relevant it is with project management.
Okay, so people working in the SAP background, it's better for them, right? The methodology, what you said.
Sorry, come again, please.
The people working in the SAP background, SAP products, so they need to use this particular SAP activation methodology, what you thought?
Yes, they have to. Yes, people working as project managers in SAP field have to clearly go through this SAP Activate methodology and have to get a precise and deep understanding of this, as the projects run here are based on these phases. And I guess, what I feel is these phases are basic with not only with SAP. These phases are also basic with every project management field or projects that every project manager has to go with. I hope I'm right. The senior project managers
not
here.
mandatory. SAP is not mandatory. Non-SAP also they can use it.
Yes, definitely we
Yeah,
can.
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
It's just as I said earlier. Yes, please.
One basic question. I mean, how do you see what is the difference between actual like PMP methodology and here? You mentioned initiated as an agile technology, and where is the agile part here?
The agile part, it clearly shows that how SAP goes from the deploy phase, and if they find any if they want to come again with some more changes in the project, they again go back with the scope, and the project discussed the project's new project scope with the project team and the stakeholders, and they again go through the phase from discover, and then prepare, and then explore, and then run deploy. And after coming or after confirming their scope, and after getting a demo, going live with the support projects and giving a demo on those SAP systems, that will confirm us to go with the final run phase, with the final of running the project with the stakeholders.
Continuous improvement.
Yes, it will be a continuous improvement even after the project has gone live. I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah, I understand that part. Now, the basic question, I mean, the main reason why I joined this call is like to understand, is there any difference between the like normal methodology, like planning, initiation, execution, and it's a realization and closing of the phase? That is the standard phases of any project, I mean, a PMP style. But I believe there is no difference between. I believe
Yes.
that is the phases every project will go through. That I'm sure. So I mean, in SAP by themselves, they just simply copied the same methodology with different terms, and they are using it here as well, right?
Yes, right. It
So
the only
advantage is
difference here is that we are dealing the SAP projects with the SAP products that we have.
Yes, the advantage what you highlighted as the three pillars, the configuration and the best practices, that will be handy maybe with SAP Activate methodology. Is it something like, I mean, if anybody is certified in Activate methodology, do they get access to those SAP best practices and configuration documents, anything as such?
Yes, everyone, even not only the project managers here, everyone has access to SAP Activate methodology. If for this, we have to join the community of SAP, and then we can proceed with its access of learning more with learning of deep SAP implementations with the projects in this Activate methodology, and as well as with the implementation of SAP products.
Okay, that I understand. Yeah. Thanks.
Do you have any link for that to joining the community?
Sure, I'll share you in
the chat. Yeah, in the chat.
Okay, I'll just send it in the chat after the session.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope I was clear with the points here that I have shared.
Yeah, till now it's clear.
Okay, yeah. So that's it. I can conclude with my session here. Thank you so much for patiently listening to the session and joining to my session on the short notice. And I'll share you the SAP community link. Feel free to explore and share your thoughts as well in the group.
Sure.
Sure. Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Masura.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Jazakallah khair.
وأنتم فجزاكم الله خيرا.